Hello everybody, this is Jeannie again today, and I want to thank you for stopping by and watching my video. This is the card we're going to be making today. It's the world's best dad in honor of Father's Day. This is what the outside looks like. And this is what the inside looks like. That's where you can write your sentiment. And I'm going to tell you how we do it. First you're going to need a tape gun. I use the quilling. You need some kind of glue, and I'm using the quilling glue. And I love this little fine point. Dots, 3D dots. These are clear. I like the clear dots that you can use any kind of pop dots that you are comfortable with. Excuse me. I love this little Jelly Roll pen. It's amazing. It's a Jelly Roll sparkle pen, and we're going to use it. We're going to use a water base. I'm using a water-based dye ink. I'm using Close to Cocoa and a little wedgie makeup sponge. You can use any kind of brown ink that you're comfortable with. I'm just comfortable with the water-based dye ink. And we're going to use black cardstock and this Tim Holtz Ideology paper. It's beautiful paper and it's great for masculine cards. Okay, the cartridges I used were the Blast comes from Songbird. The Globe comes from Going Places. The Dad is already welded together. The cut is welded. You don't have to do any welding on the actual Dad part. And it comes from Beyond Birthdays. And there it is again. That's the shadow. And the rectangle comes from George. And this is going to be your sentiment piece on the inside. And I hand cut it with my paper cutter at 4 1/4 by 3 inches. So I want to tell you a little bit about this card since there's so much welding on it. First, I welded the base together from Songbird. Then, after I welded the base together, I duplicated it. And then I welded the globe, the top cut of the globe, to the base. Then I did the shadow. And the way to get the right size of your letters for the shadow, just select your base and then go back and get the shadow cuts. And then you can scoot them in together and weld them. You can lay them on top of each other to see what you've, to see if they're lined up right. Then I welded the shadow blackout. These are the shadow blackout letters. And I welded the shadow blackout for the globe to the shadow blackout of base. After I finished that, I duplicated that. And this is the Dad cut. It's not the shadow cut. It's the top layer of the Dad cut. And my duplicated piece, my extra piece of that, is welded across Dad. Then the shadow of Dad is welded to a rectangle. I'm fixing to show you like 3 or 4 gypsy shots. I won't be able to talk during those, but I'm going to put those up in just a second for you to see, where you'll know exactly where you can see on the screen what it'll look like when you make the card. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to ink around all the pieces, and I'm going to show you how on this one piece I'm not really very careful. As you can see, just go around all that. I try to get down in there, but I don't try real hard. You just want to be able to distinguish the edges of this cut from the cut you put it on top of. But I don't overthink it, and I don't try really hard. And I'm fixing to do that to all the pieces while the camera's off. And when I come back, I will have, this is the top piece, this is the middle piece, and that's the back piece. And I'm going to glue that on top of there, and that on top of there. And you'll see what all this looks like in just a second. Okay, everybody, I'm back. The first thing we're going to do is fold. I've inked around all this, and then I put the 3 layers of the world's best together. We can fold this over. I already folded it, but I didn't use a scoring tool or anything. I just folded it over like that. And then on the back of Dad, not where the welded pieces are, but where all the DAD was, I put lots of pop dots. We're going to put this on top of there. And then we're going to use my quilling glue. You'll see why this little tip is so wonderful. This is really strong glue too. It just holds really well. Okay, I'm going to line up the T because I can see it really good. Slide it down there to the circle. Put that on there, like that. Open it up. It's my sentiment piece. I hope my room didn't get too dark. It started storming. There you go. And then all we have left to do to this now is add our little dots with our Jelly Roll pen. I really never have a plan. I just put these dots where I think they'll look best, and I like to, the only plan I do have is I like to put them in sets of odd numbers. They look better if, like, there's 5 here. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put 3s right here. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. And then 3 would have been under the E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little bit right here. Want some on this side. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on this D, let's see. I'm going to try to, you know, make it look uniform, so I'm going to do it almost in the same places as the other D. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to add 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 2, 3. I like how that looks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2. And the 3 would be under the T. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. That's what the finished card looks like. On my blog, you can go to my blog at www.aplaceformycards.blogspot.com, and you can see several still pictures, and I will have written instructions of all the sizes of all the cuts that I used. And there's what the inside looks like. I thank you so much for watching my videos. I'm really enjoying doing them, and it just makes me really excited when you stop by and watch them, and I love it when you leave comments. I hope you have a wonderful day.